Hey everybody, I'm MikelParis. Welcome to A Song a Day, episode 3. Tres. How's everybody doing today? I am doing well. I actually ventured outside today, which was exciting. That was the first time in 4 days, I guess. And I went to Staples to get some ink. And I went to the market to get some sundries. And I was just being a little careful. It's so interesting how at times things seem completely normal, and then other times it seems like alien, like we're on another planet or something. But I successfully made it back home, and I'm super excited to share a new song with you guys today. Today's song I'm going to share is called Rise Up. I actually haven't played this in a while. It's from my Flow CD that I released back in, when was that? 2008, I think. So I'm excited to see you, and I wanted to first answer a question that someone posed to me the other day about my tattoo. And here's the tattoo, actually. So I was never going to get a tattoo, and I was on tour with Stomp, and we were actually in Hong Kong. So a friend of mine that's in the show, she used to be in the show, we were kind of like tour buddies, Raquel. And she was getting a tattoo, and I was like, all right, if I'm going to get a tattoo, I feel like Hong Kong would be a really super cool place to get it, and it would add to the story of the tattoo itself. So there was 2 other people on tour that were artists, and Sean and Lucy. And so I had this idea about, I've always been into circles and cyclical things, and in the interconnectedness of all things, the universe and us and nature. And so I got this idea about some sort of circle idea, but why not also represent artistically somehow, like the 4 directions like you would see on a map. You can see that, north, south, east, west, but also the elements, air, fire, wind, and whatever the other one is, earth. And so you can see that those are sort of represented artistically in the region that is within the circle. You can sort of see what would be a W if you look at a certain way, an A, right, an E, and an F. So I came up with this design, and I remember going to this tattoo shop, and they do it old school there. And at first I wanted it right up on my solar plexus. I felt like that was the center, and the guy was telling me in broken English that that's going to be the worst idea ever, so let's lower it a little bit. And then he just straddled me, and it doesn't sound 100% great, but he got in there, and it was incredibly painful, but it was something that I decided to do, and if I was going to do something, I wanted it to be something that I created. And so through the help of some friends, that's what we created together, and I'm really happy. And it's sort of been integrated into many of the other things that I do. As you can see in the Hi, how are ya? You can see it on my shirt there. I'm going to, at some point, make some shirts that just have that tattoo. And that's basically the tattoo story, so I hope that answered the question of the person that asked it. Hey, Phil, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So this song, Rise Up, is a song that I wrote back again during my Stomp days. And I was challenging myself to write a song in a different time signature other than just 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. I wanted to do something in 6, 8. I didn't really have anything at that point. So I was trying to find something in that tempo that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this idea of Rise Up came from me coming up with this pattern. And this is the pattern that it was. It was this. It was so it was that type of thing. And it was interesting to actually try and figure out a melody that would fit over that and that I could actually sing and play while doing that together. As some of you know, that's maybe tried, if you're not musicians, you can try to sit behind a piano or a guitar or something, and then you're able to get some chords going, and then you try to sing. It's like doing this thing, So that the feeling of that song had this sort of this rise up feeling, this you know, fighting against oppression, and let's all kind of band together, and it seemed like an appropriate song and lyrics considering sort of everything that's going on now. So, hey Pam, how you doing? What's up, Rick? What's up, Mike Martin? Good to see you. Eddie's here. Jen's here. Yay! Good to see you all. Thank you guys for hanging out and stopping by. So, oh, and I also wanted to mention that today I'm integrating a couple pedals. So Richard On, the guitarist of OAR, and I, when we were on tour, he said that he was going to visit this place called Walrus Audio, and they make these amazing pedals for guitar and stuff, and I'm actually going to use it for a vocal effect. So I've got two Walrus Audio pedals on the floor, a Voyager and an ARP 87, so I'm going to add a little delay and a little sort of distortion effects as this song progresses. So without further ado, here it is. This is called Rise Up. I'm going to start here. Here we go. Everyone's stuck up to the shoulders in the ground. Sometimes see, but never try to make a sound. The earth suffocates our driving motivation. The earth gives and only adds to our confusion. We try to break free, but all these hands, they keep pulling us back. Gonna rise up, I'm gonna stand up strong. There's got to be another way to fight back. Gonna rise up, gonna stand up. Yes, come on, rip it, tip it, send it to me. This change is growing, this change is now. Come on, shape it, take it, send it to me. This change is growing, shaping. It's a fight against the kings from the ill-begotten pawns. You'll just keep dying till everything's gone. You can never listen to something you just cannot find. You just wait till I make up my mind. Rise up to the call. My brethren, so this is the day. Rise up from the fall. My brethren, so this is the way. Rise up to the call. My brethren, so this is the day. Rise up from the fall. My brethren, so this is the way. Rise up to the call. My brethren, so this is the way. Rise up from the fall. My brethren, so this is the day. Rise up. Ah, thanks a lot. That's haven't played that one in a long time. Woo! A little rusty there. Sorry about that, but I get charged from doing that, so it's fun to Mr. Microphone, you're gonna have to stay over there, or you're not gonna be able to come out and play anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? Jeez. Anyway, so I hope you like that. Let's see, Rick, you should throw in some of your songs as segues at City Winery shows. That's an interesting idea. There was a time at City Winery where Mark and I were playing, and he had a guitar issue, and I kind of filled the gap a little bit like that. I mean, I guess I'm always kind of ready. I know, I thought it was appropriate for today, right, Pam? Oh, speaking of Pam, we have a birthday in the house tonight, I must say. Pam's daughter, Sierra. Am I pronouncing that right, or is it Ciara? I'm so sorry. But I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ciara. Happy birthday to you. Anyway, you're welcome. And yeah, so that's where things are here in New York City, in the studio. And I'm going to start taking some requests, but if anybody has any questions while we're here, hit me up. And I want to appreciate all the work that our health people are doing right now. My brother Dan works in a hospital in Brooklyn, and he's just it's taking every ounce of his energy right now. So I want to send some love to brother Dan, and any of you that are also sort of on the front lines of this, as it were. I want to thank you. And I don't plan on leaving the house again for a little while. So what else? Miss the collaboration with Sheridan and Clee. Yes, man, I miss those Simplified boys down in Charlotte. We used to do a lot of fun stuff. We actually had a late night session thing that Clee and Sheridan and I did when we were in Key West a couple times, and we played some songs and recorded it. You can find those on YouTube. There's a really good one of Rocket Man. If you go MikelParis Rocket Man Simplified and search for that, we're actually in just like someone's living room, and it's really one of my favorite versions of that song. So I'm going to start playing some stuff on keyboards for you guys, because I really am a piano player, keyboard player. I actually went to my storage space today. That's the other place I went, and got some gear for there, and got my Nord Electro. So I'm going to set that up and start integrating some keys in there. And I know, I pray for Red Rocks too. Trust, trust, trust. Chaz Kaplan. Oh, the Key West days. Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. I remember that first time we were there for spring break, and I was like walking around at 11:30 a.m. and people are stumbling around drunk. That was so crazy. So, listen, I want to thank you guys for hanging out today. Eddie, you want to hear Rocket Man? I will do that. It's on the list. I promise. It's probably my favorite cover song to play. And Elton John, growing up, was a huge inspiration for me as an artist and a piano player and a singer. It was Elton John, it was Billy Joel, Bruce Hornsby, James Taylor, even though he didn't play necessarily piano, but those singer-songwriters, those storytellers. And those are actually big inspirations for me as far as my Tune Trek project and telling the story through music. Those guys are just consummate storytellers, and I love them. And so I'm going to be doing this every night, 7:30 p.m. And then every Tuesday, Tune Trek Live, 7:30 p.m. as well. So if no one has any more questions... Oh, Mona Lisa's. Cindy, you kidding me? And Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. I love that song. That's from, Honky Cat Chateau, right? I have that on vinyl, actually. Yvonne has a video of me singing Rocket Man on my phone. That's true. What's up, Andrew? Lionel Richie. Stuck on You. Yeah, I could add that to the list as well. That's a good one, Phil. That's a good one. All those great piano songs there. So anyway, again, I want to thank you. I want you guys to stay healthy and happy through this interesting time that we're in. And I'm super excited to see you all tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. So I want to thank you again, and peace out and be safe.